say.
Okay. What do you see?
Well, we got a bunch of little nodules coming out.
Can we look down a little bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's come out video. I'm just going to touch down here.
Yeah, very tiny sea star, yeah.
What do you see, watch lead?
Can we just zoom in one more time and then we can leave?
Sure.
It's very fouled, so I don't know if we're going to be able to make a very strong identification. It's very fouled, so I don't know if we're going to be able to make a very strong identification here, but whatever was living there was most
more zoom?
Probably a type of scleractinian.
That's max.
Great.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Okay, let's zoom out.
All right, well, Sirius just stopped with you at the bottom of my screen.
Okay, I'll push
Hopefully
out.
we'll find a
get
live
move in.
High beams
representative.
coming off.
Thank you.
It looks like there might be a sea urchin crawling. Looks pretty big.
All right, watch leads. So I'm going to push ahead and try to cover a little bit of ground. But the ship is stopped, so if you see anything of interest, just let us know and we can stop for you.
Okay, thank you. Sí, bienvenidos, saludos a todos. Están escuchando. Estamos sur de St. Thomas y el objetivo de hoy es para buscar chíos en aguas profundas y como chíos de ojos amarillos y de cartucho también. Ahora estamos en 574 metros de agua.
Yeah, I see. Your sonar has something.
Y en el frente de cosa amarilla es un gusano.
Yeah, I probably should push ahead.
Ignore that one.
So happy with 50 meters, same direction, 300?
Vimos muchos crinoides y corales.
So tempting though.
Chiquitos.
Go over there. They don't seem to run in a line, so it's just kind of random.
En el frente ahora estamos viendo a crinoides.
It'd be nice if we could change the HD cameras remotely.
The settings?
Yeah. I wonder if they'll upgrade to that sometime.
Yeah, that'd be nice instead of having to plug it in on deck.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty well stretched out now.
Yeah.
Fire's under control at this time. Continue extinguishing operations and follow up with a fire watch.
That's a long stock there.
Oh yeah, well.
I don't know if I have enough tether to get out there, but I'll be there soon. Seems like you're underway now.
Yeah, I think you can
push ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like something's hanging off of.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
tall stock just to be out there on its own.
Oh, it looks like a sea pen.
Wow.
That is a really long sea pen.
So I'll do a sweep with the lasers. Maybe get lasers off.
Lasers are off. Lasers are off.
We'll get a few seconds of a full specimen shot, Bob.
I think this might be a polypterid, possibly. Though we'll get a zoom and see which way the polyps are orienting. If at least one brittle star on there. Polyps in this individual seem to be coming off of all sides. Can we try to pan up and down, or tilt up and down the image to
Sure.
scan the colony?
I'm going to tilt down to the bottom, and then I'll slowly tilt up to the top.
Yeah, so these sea pens are well adapted for soft sediment life. They anchor into the ground using part of their anatomy. Is this more or less at maximum zoom as well?
Yes.
I can move closer after we're done with this tilt.
Sure. So there's at least 2 associates, 3 associates, 3 brittle stars.
Alright, I'm starting to look down at you, pilot.
Okay.
All right. Can we hold here for a second, kind of at the tip?
Okay.
I think this might be good
Oh,
enough.
it's,
Yeah.
started slipping
There
a
we
bit.
go. Perfect. So it looks like there are some pretty prominent
Yeah,
spines
it's
coming
moving
out of the
around too.
polyps as well. Those might be the sclerites.
Can zoom in more, Bob, if you got it. It's nice.
Fabulous. Incredible detail. You can almost see, or at least we can almost see the sclerites in the tissue from here.
Like the lighting on that, Bob. It's nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to tilt up to the top.
So these are deposit feeders. That's why they have their polyps open. They're waiting for any type of plankton or debris.
Okay, I'm looking full back.
Okay.
Yeah, you can really see the 8 tentacles here with the pinnules.
We still have quite a bit
pinnate
left to go,
tentacles.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's zoom out video. Are we happy with this watch lead?
Happy there. Thank you for some
Okay.
great images.
Let's hold that for a second. Just get like a medium view shot here. Let's come full wide. Get a nice departing shot, and then I'll shoot ahead. Okay, coming ahead.
300.
for those watching on shore and for our scientists ashore, we're at around 565 meters right now, heading up to a depth about 460 meters, so about 100 meters of vertical left to go. And we're transiting a fairly low intensity slope right now on our way to a large mound feature where they're suspected to be deep water fishes aggregating. We began our dive today around 772 meters in an effort to try and understand how these deep water fishes are distributed. We started to look at the lower end of their bathymetric range, and we haven't really found any evidence of occurrences yet. But as we move shallower, we'll be more likely to see these commercially fished species.
So we'll get someone, yeah.
Of course, all the information and data we're going to be collecting today is used by
co-pilot.
local resource managers, many of whom are watching right now, to help better understand how deep water fishes respond to habitat in the area and how they're impacted.
Yeah, a lot of what is known about these fish occur when fishermen catch them. So this is a really unique opportunity to see these important, commercially important fish species in their natural habitat. And some of these deep water snappers, like the silk snapper, when they're small and they're young, they tend to be closer to shore, usually along the shelf edge, and then when they start
looks like camera's
getting
37,
bigger,
stretched out.
they
Like
move to these deeper habitats.
Copy.
We'll stay here for a minute until we get swapped out. Any interest in this urchin here?
Looks like an urchin.
I think it's a sponge.
Is it a sponge?
Debris. Sponge debris.
Tricked me. All right, zoom in.
We were looking at one earlier, and it looked like a coconut, so it's
Aye.
gone from coconut to sponge to urchin back to sponge. So
I don't know. It kind of looks like it's
Zoom in tighter video.
moving.
is it moving?
I
Hold
don't
that.
know. I think it might be a sea urchin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow, that's some
Yeah.
intense camouflage.
So it's like fully uncovered in sediment.
Yep, there's a shrimp in the upper right-hand
You
corner.
can see all
Yeah.
those small little, I'm not sure what they are, but you see them kind of buzzing around the base of the spines. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Some like mysid, maybe mysid shrimp or some type of crustacean.
The tube feet are in there as well. They might be the tube feet.
Yeah, he's I think talking about all these like small little things swimming all.
That's right.
You want to hit joy lock, Carl?
Wow, that's almost completely
hit joy
covered
lock?
in
No.
sediment. Huh.
And this is I think we haven't seen this
Never mind.
species of sea urchin and
I
so
couldn't-
far these dives.
I couldn't even tell because any features are completely covered by sediment.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is probably a type of deposit feeder eating small invertebrates in the sediment or further organic material in the seafloor sediments. All right,
Okay,
pilot,
zoom
thanks.
out video.
Yeah, man, it looks like a lot like those sponges that they just fall off and roll downhill and they collect sediment.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Steve and Stacy. This is looking at your very interesting spiny urchin in the sediment. First of all, I just wanted to point out it's leaving behind a trail.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And so this is what's called an irregular urchin, in the larger groups known as the spatangoids, sometimes called the heart urchins. I also took a quick jog out to Possum has a wall chart of echinoderms from this area, of deep-sea echinoderms from this area. So I ran out and took a look at it, and there's one that's kind of like this, very spiny, called line-up newsteeds. So I think this is what it might be. And so basically these are odd urchins that the word irregular refers to the fact that they're actually, in addition to being pentamerally symmetrical, they're also bilaterally symmetrical. So they move forward, and if you look at the skeleton, they actually have a right and a left side. So, and these have a series of different modifications that they use to move themselves through unconsolidated sediment. And they feed by ingesting the organic particles in the sediment, in the sand or what have you. They're very spiny, but they can be very delicate. And in the Pacific, there are some species that are so fragile that they will literally come apart in your hand if you pick them up. But you guys had a really nice in situ observation of this irregular urchin, and I hope that, and there's lots of things like that live in the sediment that are sometimes
50 meters.
we know them only from a couple of specimens, and I suspect that we'll get more interesting as we get deeper. So I'm glad you stopped for it, and
Thanks,
and if you're looking at all of these trails and tracks, it's urchins like that, and maybe other sea cucumbers and whatnot, which have likely caused them, and provide some interesting texture to the bottom of the sea. Thanks. I'll be definitely keeping an eye open for more of these bottom things.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you for all that information. I'm glad to hear that there's another huge fan of echinoderms. I myself are definitely root for echinoderms, both shallow, mesophotic, and deep.
If you haven't been to Okeanos before, you'll get to know my voice real well.
Okay, that's good.
Pilot.
Everybody in the control room knows who I am.
No complaints. No complaints here.
So Nav, did we do 50 at 0.50?
Thank you to everybody again. Always happy to hear everyone's voice, even if I don't say hello to you on the phone. So I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
You're moving. How deep are you? Let me save.
So I have to go back to that original
166
observation of that, what we thought was a coconut in the beginning, and take a double look at it.
But I think I did see an osculum in that, so I think that was a sponge.
Left on the bottom?
Yeah, it didn't look like a sea urchin.
Okay.
Yeah, the track is a good a good indicator that it's living and moving.
D2 distance, about 400.
Look for that next time.
You got to average 0.07, 0.08 if you round up.
So we're looking at
That's good. I think it was
kind of this low
0.09
slope
before. So.
angle seafloor right now. There's a couple
slightly
of
steper
live things here and there.
Steeper is a relative word.
We've seen some
50 meters
Hyalonema
has been making
sponges,
ground. It's tough
glass
because almost
sponges.
every single time Sirius passes
some
over.
sea pens, occasionally some
there's
fishes.
always something. So.
Yep. We can always stop it too. It's shallow,
Yeah.
so there's no layback really.
We should probably do that because I passed over a few times.
Can't tell.
So you think you're
I think
underway?
It's a dead sponge stock with
Yeah,
anemone
looks like
on
it.
it.
Nice.
But
the tail
now I
cam?
see
Oh,
like
now
they're
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see.
There's at least
Wonder
three
I'm
of
sure,
them.
Chris, you're
Yeah,
watching,
pretty
so you see all
reliable.
the tracks.
Actually, until just now.
There
Yeah,
are
lots.
the ground faults on D2.
They're good. They've been
Sure
steady
they
at
won't take it.
6,000 all day.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Maybe try
Sure they
second
won't
night
take it
camera?
personally either that you're calling
Yeah.
them irregular.
Co-pilot one up.
They look very normal to me.
Well, while we're here, video, let's just do a quick zoom on this fish.
Okay, coming in on fish.
Bingo. I think this is a new monitor, so this one looks different than the rest. That's why.
Different aspect
I
ratio.
think we saw this earlier. It was
And it's like brighter. The backlight is like newer, I think.
Yeah, so video, we have some shots of this. I just want to check it out.
Yeah, it looks great.
Whenever- Is that a 50-meter move, Levi?
Yes.
Whenever you have your nice shot, you can go back out. It's kind of cool looking.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, we need to keep ourselves entertained a little bit as we cross this
I think it's coming at me
expansive
Yes, he's getting a
seafloor.
lot closer.
instead of the lights.
Okay,
Should we,
coming out.
I was just going to call for the high beams, but
Oh, gotcha.
it's out of frame.
There we go.
Yeah, he's gone.
Should get like a car high beam switch. Hold.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could. Add him on the new joy box.
Yeah. Put blinkers on D2 while we're at it.
So I think we're at 310, is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
310 is the
Okay.
bearing of the move.
I'll head to port a bit. I'm at 305 right now. I'll come over a little bit. What do we have here?
Oh, okay. We'll take a peek at these if we have time.
Of course.
I think some shoreside folks might be very interested in these. I can already tell what it is. So I think there might be, the front two colonies might be the same, but there might be a different one in the back. So I guess let's take a look at the one on the right first.
Okay. Okay, video, free to
Looks
zoom.
like we have
Coming in.
a coral here. We're going to take a look at some
That's
different
partial view.
characteristics.
Okay, coming to port.
Yeah, so it looks like
Go.
we're looking at an octocoral, although the polyps look retracted on this particular colony.
Drill, expand the ship drill.
Okay, let's go in tight video.
Okay, coming in tight.
Wiggling around a little in the mud, so apologize.
That's
Tilting
okay.
my camera down to 60 degrees. Copy. I guess once you get to 80, we can just stop because it'll happen quickly. They want to see one in the back too. Sure.
Yeah, so this is looking like
Okay, is that max zoom video?
I believe I have a little bit more left.
this is looking like an octocoral,
Coming in.
Okay.
probably from the genus
That's
Calagorgia.
max zoom.
The polyps are occurring in whorls
Come back over.
with I see between 3 to 5 polyps per whorl or
Tilting
so.
down to 80 degrees.
Do you want me to stop the boat here?
And yeah, that's right.
Easy stop.
The polyps are
Bridge is already now.
oriented.
Yeah, we'd like a easy stop here, present position.
Looks like the polyps are oriented
Understood, thanks.
towards the branch tips, which is another characteristic. we can use
Co-pilot,
here.
will you tilt me up? I think we'll have a darker background up there.
There are several different species of Caligorgia in this area, which is why
Just a little better.
it's
That's
helpful
better
to
contrast there.
Yeah.
get some input from
I'll stop. Thanks, Bridge.
everyone here. But
Ship is stopped, tilting down to 95 degrees. Everything looks okay.
Okay, watch lead. Anything else on this colony?
can we take a look at the brittle star?
Sure. Pan to the right. And co-pilot, will you tilt me down?
Sure.
Where's the body? There it is. Perfect.
Center that up. There we go. Back to you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, looks like another asteroschematid brittle star.
Try to get back to the center. Go.
Yeah, very spiny.
Central disk is moving.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's weird.
Okay, can we get a broader picture?
Yeah, let's go out to the whole specimen video
Okay, coming out.
as soon as you're happy with the shot. And our laser's on.
They are now.
Excellent.
Yeah, I see it also. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll just tilt up a little to get the lasers on it. Here we go. Lasered.
Okay. I'm going to come out
So,
a little bit more so we can get more
just,
of the specimen.
just so you don't have to move,
But
can
that's
we?
full wide pilot.
Can you see if you can take an image of the coral in the background from here?
Yeah, we could try.
Just
Okay, you all set, video?
because
I'll-
we're discussing
all set.
whether this could be a candidate for a sample, and we don't want to have to move too much.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
if we can look at that
I
in the
can get
back
it
while
right
we
here. Yeah,
establish
zoom
some
in the
things
back.
here. Oh, so that looks like a
That's full zoom.
seat pen.
Co-pilot, you want to start
So
setting
it's a
up
seat
for
pen?
a sample?
Sure. And we have the port outer, or the two starboard boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only have one sample right now.
So your
That's-
choice.
I'll see how it goes, but I'll probably do starboard inner just to save.
Save the
Yeah.
easy box for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, port inners.
Okay,
are
you happy with
almost-
that watch lead?
Yeah, I think that's satisfactory.
Okay, and so is there interest in a sample of this colony?
Potentially, we have some lag on the chat here, so I'm just trying to give
Okay.
everyone an adequate chance to.
Well, while we wait, I'll just bump a little closer.
And in the meanwhile, there's always the left-hand colony we can image as well.
Yeah, Sirius is all settled out, so
Nice.
Just out of curiosity, on the left-hand coral, we always like to sample the brittle star and the coral. On the left-hand coral,
Okay.
I didn't see if there was a brittle star that was easily sampled without. Yeah, see, they're kind of
Yeah.
in the middle.
They're both pretty deep in the coral.
Yeah.
I don't think we could fit either
Keeping
Yeah,
them in the box.
Yeah, we really do need the central disk, so I don't think it'll be advantageous to take that much of the colony.
Yeah, we'd have to clip some off the top and then clip the
Right.
bottom, which would be a waste.
Okay, so can we? I think we're going to pass on this one. Can we move towards the sea pen
Sure.
and get a better image of that? So this is a sea pen we haven't seen before on this particular dive, but it's probably belongs to the
free to zoom.
Okay,
genus
coming in.
Peninsula. Slightly, yeah. So it looks to have some irregular branching here. The center of the colony, which we're looking at right now, seems to be damaged in some way or growing irregularly. The tissue is red to pale, and the polyps are yellow.
Do you have any more zoom video?
I'm going to test that out right now.
All right.
That's max zoom.
Can we zoom up to the top of the colony when you have a good shot?
Very interesting extensions.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen like that before.
There's a little shrimp on it.
You can see some on the some yolky
How's
looking
our
eggs.
pace to the waypoint 3?
Last I calculated was point
Stand
zero
by.
seven.
You come out
Check
Zoom out.
partial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Just lost my tail.
Serious to waypoint.
The coloration
Do you need
is
more?
something I definitely haven't
yeah,
seen
touch
before.
more.
Here.
I'll reset here. That's
I'll
good.
come out. Okay.
So we have one vote for a collection of the sea pen instead. I think
Hi, Steve. Scott France. I agree with you. I haven't seen this coloration, but I'm not too
Give it a
used to
zero on
working
the
at
top.
this particular
Okay,
depth.
coming in.
Certainly
Yeah, it looks
not
like
in this area.
0.08.
This is all new.
Copy
Right.
now, thanks.
We need
And
a-
I agree with you. It sure looks
coming
like it's in the
starboard.
genus Peninsula, but
Okay.
I have no idea what species or if we could even tell that from the imagery, perhaps from the coloration.
Yeah.
Coming in more.
We'd have to go into the literature and see if there's any descriptions of that sort of
That's
coloration.
full zoom.
right.
Yes.
So I think yeah, we're getting some good images of it now. I think the sea pen is big enough that if we snipped a little off the top, I don't think it would impact the coral much. So I think we're going to set up for a collection of this sea pen, not the whole thing, just I'd say maybe 10 centimeters or so.
Okay. Would you like any more images before we snip?
I mean, aside from going around to the other side, which might be problematic and take a lot of time, I think
I'm just going to zoom out a
this
touch
might
for
be
framing.
Okay.
good for now.
All right. Copy that.
Video's clear.
Yeah, let's get the lasers on it just to see how big it is. So if they want, oh yeah,
gotcha.
If they were 10 centimeters, so it's about 10. It's about 15 wide. Okay. All right, you can go full wide video.
Okay, coming full wide.
It's one last recommendation, if it's not too much, to image the base.
Oh, sure. Okay, video.
Okay, coming in.
Look how good tracking is right now.
So shore side,
wow.
It looks like there's a shrimp at the
2
bottom.
meters.
What would be the most informative?
Okay, let me know
I know
when
it's
you're
a fairly
on good
large
shot
sea
video.
pen, 50 centimeters. It's
I'm
really
good.
not
Coming
something
out
we can
now.
easily fit in a box. So is
That's
snipping
full wide.
some off the top going to be adequate for identification purposes?
Sorry, Steve, were you asking that to us on shore?
Yeah, yeah. Is taking some of it adequate?
All right, what do you think of that, Dan?
Yeah, it's just going to depend on sclerite
Looks like a
distribution. There are
good
some
setup, yeah.
sea pens where there are no sclerites basically in the polyps.
Kind of
So
bouncy in
maybe
the
in
sediment.
peduncle or in the rachis or along the rachis, the main
I don't know if they
axis
want
there.
the peduncle,
So
but
it's hard to
could
say.
get that in 2 sections if.
I've heard just
But
a
if it's
snip
too
of the
big to
top
fit in
to
the box,
keep
I
it
don't
alive
think we
so
have
far.
much of a choice.
Yeah. So pilots, I guess it might be better to collect the whole thing for identification purposes, but do you think that would easily, I mean, it's semi-flexible. I wouldn't say it's very flexible. You know, it may have some rigidity to it. Do you think it's possible to grab the whole thing?
Yeah, we could try to gently grab the base, pluck it. Has anyone done that before?
Yeah, I think we have. I would say maybe cut it in half. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's pretty tall.
I think it would be hard to get the whole thing in the box.
Yeah.
But we could cut it in 2 pieces, do 2 collections.
Yeah. All right. Well, if the only way to fit it,
Can you
yeah,
bend it, you know,
yeah, can it be bent?
twist it or crack
Possible?
Is it very
Because
rubbery?
it'll
Like,
pluck out of that sediment
if you
very
bend it, it
easily.
won't fall in half.
So it could be basically, you know, folded in, but I don't
Yeah.
know how much trouble that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll leave it up to the pilots. You know, I think it's still useful to have it, even if it's in 2 pieces,
Okay.
because the base is the important thing, it seems like. So I guess try and pick it up by the middle.
And then just try to pick it up by the middle and stuff it in.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, Steve.
Yeah.
Do you think get the base in, set it down, let go, take it in, and just push it in. Then close the drawer and cut it in half.
Whenever we've grabbed the peduncle, we've always gone into the sediment,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
pulled it out. But we could try it. I mean, we could try it. The worst that happens is it snaps in half, and we just do that afterward anyway, right?
Yeah, okay.
You've got your mini Zeus.
We'll try for the best case. Yeah, we bring it over to the craft.
And do you want to do port outer then, since it's going to be a little difficult?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right, hydraulics coming on.
Y saludos, todos están escuchando ahora. Vamos a colectar este
Okay, arm
octocoral o un coral blando porque tiene colores
We'll take your
muy distintos
Zeus camera as well.
y
Okay.
es posible,
So
es
let me know what you
una
want camera-wise.
nueve
Gotcha,
especie
thank
aquí en el Caribe de Estados Unidos. Se llama sea pen.
Grip force is 4. That's barely closing. That's pretty good. video, will you zoom partially on Mini Zeus?
Okay, coming in partially. Let me know when you want me to stop.
Okay, stop there.
Right there? Okay.
That moved me.
Nice.
So yeah, the
Maybe zoom out on Mini Zeus.
Yeah, zoom out on Mini, please.
I'll
So
get the
port
box open.
inner is your only taken box. Got everything but
Yeah.
port inner.
Okay, ready for drawer extension?
Yeah, ready?
I'm going to come over a little bit more.
Okay.
That is awfully tall.
Yeah. Something. Wonder if I should stuff it.
It will bend, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of floating.
It's 'cause parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more difficult because it floats a little bit. There we go.
Nice.
Oops.
Now the Okeanos. There'll be no further alarms or whistles.
Okay, be ready to close it quickly.
Will do.
Okay, releasing.
Stuck to your finger.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, clear?
Yep.
Retracting. Nice.
17-3. Port outer.
Okay, bring Mini over for stowage.
Sure.
Nice sample, Carl.
Thank
Using
you.
the full depth of the box there. Getting your way in there.
All right. Okay, hydraulics coming off.
I'm gonna give the Zeus back to you, and I'll get the Mini Zeus realigned.
Ready for monitor.
Go ahead. And control back to you.
Excellent.
So on shore side, looks like we got the entire colony intact. So that's a good
So
collection.
I'm still
Peninsula.
pacing 310, which Slightly off.
Well done, everybody. That's excellent.
No, I think it was
That's about
that.
right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, go
There
ahead
are.
then.
I didn't. I think there were one brittle star on there. No, no brittle stars. Yeah, I didn't see any
I
brittle
didn't
stars.
see any
Tilting up.
associates.
So no associates on that particular
I
colony.
think we're still making a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
But we'll take a look when it comes to the surface if there's anything we missed.
Ian's sea pen
He's ready
in
for a move.
Spanish is pluma del mar.
He's, well,
So,
yeah,
You
I
want to
guess
shoot out ahead by the time the ship starts
para
moving?
todos
Yeah,
están escuchando,
No, like 30
mirando,
30 meters.
colectamos un pluma de
Or you
mar
want 50?
Let's do 50.
y
Yeah.
estamos en profundidad
That's
de
what Dan wants.
554
So I
metros.
assume they're probably going to want a little bit of time at the top to explore,
Temperatura
right?
I
es
think we're hoping
12
it's, limestone,
de grados
Bridge, this is ROV
Celsius.
now?
or carbonate, whatever, fish.
Yeah, I'd like a move. 50 meters, bearing 310 degrees, speed decimal 2. Good copy.
Video, feel free to zoom out the skid if you'd like.
Okay,
So we're
I'm sure this
Still
shot
on
here
schedule,
will make it to
we're-
the highlights. So.
again
I'm at
just
35
about.
degrees in the camera.
We're just about through this area of sediment
Come down a little bit
and
give each other.
very gentle sloping terrain. And over the next several minutes, we'll be
It's my first
increasing
guess.
slope gradually as we head up this secondary mound in our dive track. What is that?
Looks like some debris, some sort, maybe.
Yeah.
Or is it some sort of cable?
Or a cable.
Cable.
Ah.
Potentially.
Yeah, Graciela mentioned that there might be some cable.
Okay, let me pause here.
You want to drop a target on that, Levi?
Huh.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a pile of steel cable.
I'm going to turn my head just a little bit.
Yeah, to see it.
Looking at 330.
So there's actually on the
Let's,
west coast
let's stop the
a
ship
couple
here.
scientists that are trying to collect some of
Bridge
these
RV now.
cables. So this might be of interest to them.
Yeah, can we hold present position, please? Understood, thanks.
Just in case it goes up to a float partway.
Sure.
So single strand keeps going this way.
And I come up a little bit in altitude, and then I'll turn
Okay.
over to where you're looking. Wow, that is a lot of cable.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's kind of north of you in a way, right?
Turning my head starboard. Looking just about due north. Tilting up 45 degrees.
All right. Well, so we know it goes off to the east, and we keep looking towards the west, which is actually where we want to go and move more that way. Should we just do a move 20 meters due west to get
Yeah,
away
get
from it?
Yeah.
So I believe that these cables are old
Or-
communication cables.
Yeah, maybe even a little.
Or
20 meters west?
possibly
Maybe a little steeper.
previous fads. There are some fads
Like
around this area, and fads
perpendicular away
stand
from
for
it would be
fishing
like a
aggregated devices.
240, 250.
Okay.
They usually
All right,
tether
240.
these cables to some
that
type
good?
of anchoring
Yeah.
system
Bridge is
to
RV now.
the bottom, and then there's a buoy that is
Yeah, I'd like to
floating
move,
on top.
range 20
And anything that
here,
is floating in the
bearing
open ocean, it
240
could be a
degrees,
buoy or
speed
some
decimal
type
2.
of debris like logs that attracts fish, smaller fish, which smaller fish attract larger fish like the pelagics.
Good copy, Rich, thanks.
So here's another
Turn my head a little bit.
looks like soft coral.
camera's at 45 degrees.
Nice.
Looking 300. And that was a 20-meter move?
That's correct.
Okay.
Watch lead, any interest on a zoom here?
Just a quick zoom. Yeah,
Okay.
because one of our scientists ashore who studied these
Okay, video.
Calagorgia
Go in.
Okay, coming
was
in.
away when we imaged our last one. So
Okay, lasers off, co-pilot.
Laser's coming off.
Okay, I have more zoom.
All right.
Coming in.
yeah, this one has a chirostylid crab that was not present on the other colony. So
I'm drifting, and I'll try to hold here.
we'll get a twofer here. We'll get our coral and we'll get our chirostylid crustacean people happy.
And brittle star.
And brittle star.
3 for 1.
Yeah, so where, pilot, where is the placement of the brittle star on this, just relative to any branch points that might be easily?
Going to zoom out
Yeah.
just a little bit. But
Now let's stop the ship here.
Bridge. This is our now.
Okay. Or I was just kind of going this
Oh,
way,
it seemed like you were getting further, maybe though.
I think.
I'm zooming out, pilot, just
Copy that.
so that they can see the
Yeah,
branching points.
The whole colony.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting further, Carl. We're kind of swinging around you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I can come down a little bit if you
Down the Explorer at this time.
start to get tugged by the tether.
okay.
In SCBA usage for fire drills. Please take your air bottles to the dive locker to be filled. All personnel involved in SCBA usage for fire drills. Please take your bottles to the dive locker for.
Okay. That move's probably about done, right?
I think it's
Video, want to zoom on the end here?
Okay. Zooming on the top.
On top, yeah.
We're 15 meters in.
So yeah, that guy is
Yeah.
just 15, 20 from the top,
Okay.
central disc.
Yep. So that's a reasonable size.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a double check from our scientists on shore if, since we can get the brittle star and the coral, which appears to be different from the last one we saw, we'd like to set down now and grab those two, the brittle star and the
Okay.
coral,
Okay, coming out,
the
pilot.
tops.
There you go.
Excellent.
There we go. Move is complete, looks like.
Just for the record, on the shore side, there's another chirostylid on the bottom half of this colony, so that means in total there's 4 associates that we can see, 2 chirostylids and 2 brittle stars. Oh, is that a third
I
brittle
think
star?
there's 3 brittle stars.
Yep.
One.
Yep, that's right. One is hidden behind one of the other branches. Is that a fish, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there's a
Yeah.
fish in there.
Camouflaging itself.
That would be a good image to get.
Ready for monitor swap? And I'll keep an eye on
Yeah.
this monitor up here.
Sounds good.
Can I zoom in, pilot, on fish?
Oh, yes.
I'll take your mini Zeus.
So making everyone happy today. The coral people, the chirostylid people, the fish people.
This coral is like a palm in the desert.
Yeah.
Here, and everything's gathering around it.
Yeah, so this is definitely larger
Looks
than
complete.
the last
Copy that.
colony
Thanks,
we
Rich.
saw.
I'll try to
and
get the jaws in between the two branches,
We'll,
just below the crinoid.
take a look
kind of from
also at the
below, so
polyp
it'll be
orientation
pointing
for
down
everyone
when
on
I go to
shore
stow it.
so that we can
So,
check this against the last
and I'll do starboard.
Caligorgia we saw.
So you're going to
Instead of coming in horizontally, I'll try to come from a
add
little
an
lower.
angle so you can stuff in the box. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay, arm coming live.
Gotta go starboard side now.
Copy that.
Check, check.
And I will take your Zeus camera rotator. Sirius looks like it's settled out.
Okay, so that's the central disc about 10 centimeters above the jaws, right?
I believe so, pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
From video.
Okay. So I can go up a little more. All right, how's
So
that look?
So the only thing is that it is kind of, the jaws are a bit perpendicular to the stock.
Yeah.
So could push it away.
Yeah, you could push
Yeah.
down on it.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
that'll
about 45 now. That's kind of what I was going for.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. I'll follow you over with Mini Zeus. Ready for drawer extension?
Yeah.
Okay. Extending the drawer.
Yeah, it is kind of perpendicular, but
Okay, rotate the jaws 180, and then
We haven't used the still cam yet, have we?
we did.
yeah, we did.
Oh.
I think 180 will stuff it better.
I think then it'll be easier to stuff because you can put the jaws more in the front of the box, and the stock will extend toward the back. Instead of trying to get the jaws all the way in the back corner.
Yeah.